We're just waiting for a few more people to join. We'll get started in just a couple minutes.
Wow, this is a really great turnout. Like there's 24 people listening. That's amazing.
Let's see. Okay. Just gonna figure out how to share this. Um, where Hmm. It's not letting me share my screen. Let's see.
Is it not working?
It wasn't working the way that I was planning to do it, so I'm opening it a different way. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay. I'll share now, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for taking a little time out of your day to come to this orientation so you are all ready for your child's camp experience next week. We're so excited to be back in person at Camp ANV. I'm Sydney, the camp manager, for those of you who don't know me already. And Kelly is also here, our founder and executive director, who I'm sure you know. So we're just going to walk through some of the basics that you need to know for your kid to have a fun and engaging and seamless experience at our spring break camp next week. So we'll go ahead and get started. And feel free to stop me at any point if you have any questions. You can just unmute yourself and ask. All right, so the basics. It's next week, Monday, April 5th through Friday, April 9th, all 5 days. And the typical camp day will run from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we're offering before and after care, and that'll be from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And all of this will take place at the Tassafaronga Recreation Center and the field right behind it, and that's 975 85th Avenue in East Oakland. So that's where you need to be and when. All right, so what in-person COVID-19 precautions are we taking to make sure our camp is safe for both campers and staff and campers' families? Oh, looks like we have one more person joining. We'll let them in. All right, welcome. We just got started. So the precautions we're taking, everyone on site will be required to wear masks at all times unless eating. That'll be for campers, for staff, any instructors we bring in, parents as they're dropping off. We're taking limited numbers. So in a typical year, we might serve anywhere from 150 to 200 campers. We're limiting our numbers this year so that we can keep the kids in stable pods. We'll have pods of up to 11 kids each, and they will not be interacting with other pods just to make sure that we limit cross-contamination or interaction. And each pod will be assigned at least 2 adult counselors and a junior counselor that'll be a high schooler. So we'll have plenty of adults watching over your campers. As everyone arrives for the day, staff and campers will be taking temperatures with a forehead thermometer just to make sure that nobody's running a fever. And we'll have a brief health check that we'll need you to answer. It's just a few questions about if your child has experienced any symptoms related with COVID-19 over the past 24 hours. So just know that that'll be a part of the drop-off system this year. We're also maximizing the amount of time we spend outdoors at camp. So the only class we have planned for inside is cooking, and that's for obvious reasons. They need access to the hot plates and everything that they'll be cooking on. That said, they will each have their own individual cooking station this year, so they won't be sharing equipment. They'll be wearing masks and they'll be physically distanced. And then we also really prioritize staff vaccinations. So our staff has been able to get vaccinated, and that should also limit any potential COVID-19 spread at camp. Any questions so far about any of that? All right, just feel free to stop me if anything else comes up. All right, so for pickup and drop off, we ask that you please arrive on time. We're going to have drop off on E Street near the Tassafaronga Field. We ask that you stay in your car, and that's another COVID-19 precaution. We'll have a counselor escort your child to their group at drop off and then back to your car at pickup. And so if you can just stay in your car during that drop off and pickup period, that would be wonderful. And again, we'll be doing temperature checks and health screens, so it might take just a couple minutes for us to get your camper ready to enter camp. So just keep that in mind. So payment. Our camp, we ask for $225 a week, but as it says at the bottom, it's really important to know that no child is ever turned away for lack of funds. If that's going to be an issue and you haven't contacted me already, please do so. You can email me at campanv@anvfarm.org. That email will be up at the end of this slideshow as well, and we can talk about different options for that. Important to know for payments, we cannot accept any payments on site at Tassafaronga Recreation Center this year. So the couple ways that you can pay. One option is to go to our office, which is just about a block away from camp. It's at 1001 83rd Avenue, and you can pay by cash or check there. The other option is to pay online when you register. There should have been an option as you are registering to pay online. So those are the two options we have to accept payment. Again, if you're interested in a campership, please contact us at campanv@anvfarm.org, and we can figure out how to make that work for your family. So in-person camp includes breakfast, lunch, snacks, as well as transportation to and from our beach day on Tuesday and our field trips on Thursday. So all you have to do is get your child to camp in the morning and pick them up from camp in the evening, and we will handle the rest of the transportation needed during the day. They'll get 2 full healthy meals as well as snacks throughout the day. Our staff is all experienced in youth development. We've all been trained in CPR and first aid, and we're super excited to meet your camper or campers. So we're going to talk a bit about schedules now. So we'll start off with our elementary campers, anyone in K through 5. Here's some pictures in years past of our elementary campers having fun at the beach in cooking class on our farm. So their in-person schedule will be Mondays. They're going to have cooking, archery, farming, and photography, and they'll be rotating through these stations as in their groups. So they'll have 90 minutes for each station. We have instructors for each station that are specialists in those subjects. So that'll be really fun for the kids. Tuesday, we'll go off-site for a beach day. And again, they'll be We'll be providing transportation for that. You just have to get your child to Tassafaranga Recreation Center in the morning, and then we will handle transportation from there. They'll be traveling in 15-passenger vans just with their pods. So that's another COVID precaution. We won't be taking a large bus with all the campers this year. They'll be in individual vans with only their group. On Wednesday, they'll have another set of station rotations on site. They'll have cooking again. They'll actually be cooking their lunches on Monday and Wednesday. So they really, really enjoy that. They'll get to eat what they cook. They'll have science, an art project, and farming again. Thursday is our field trip day. For spring break camp, we're going to be taking the elementary campers to the San Francisco Botanical Garden. So that'll be really fun, really beautiful, educational, and just fun to get off site and go explore in San Francisco at the Botanical Garden. There's a picture there of what that looks like. And then on Friday, they'll be back on site rotating through some more stations. So cooking, I think they'll be making yogurt parfaits, so kind of a fun breakfast / snack thing that they'll be cooking. We're going to be doing some martial arts, more archery. We have the Bay Area Discovery Museum coming with their Try It truck to lead some STEM activities, which I think the kids will really enjoy. And then farming and some more photography. So we'll wrap Friday up with some extra stations that I think the kids will really have fun with. So those are our elementary campers. And we're really just, our focus is to make this experience really fun, engaging, and educational for them, and obviously safe. Safety is our #1 priority. So here's just a few more pictures from years past of kids enjoying our camps. Now we'll talk about the Leaders in Training. That's our name for our middle schoolers at camp. So anyone that signed up, a middle school student, will be in our Leaders in Training program. What is Leaders in Training, or we call it LIT? It's a leadership development program that we actually run year-round. And our hope is that youth will develop both people and technical skills necessary to become effective leaders within our Camp ANV community, but also their community, their school, and the world. So we work on things like problem solving, teamwork, and organizational skills with them. Their schedule will look somewhat similar to the elementary campers with some differences as well. So on Monday, they'll be also doing cooking, but a separate cooking class from the littles. They're going to be working on a portfolio project where they get to pick a topic of their choosing that they're really interested in, something related to the environment, sustainable agriculture, zero waste, things like that. And they'll be working on kind of a way to present that project throughout the week. They'll be doing archery as well, and then a STEM kind of constructing something project that focuses on STEM skills. Tuesday, they'll be joining us on the beach day. Wednesday, we're going to take them to our WOW farm, and they'll be working on some farming projects there, which will be fun. It'll be kind of a middle school only experience at our other farm. They'll also be doing some baking. They're going to learn how to bake some healthy fingerprint cookies. So that'll be really fun for them. And then Thursday, their field trip will be to Tilden Regional Park. They're going to work on some plant species identification. So they're going to do a little scavenger hunt looking for certain plant species and learning about that. Go on a little hike and eat lunch near Lake Anza. And then on Friday, they'll be cooking again, working more on their portfolio project, wrapping that up, archery, and some more STEM construction projects. So that's the LIT schedule. So then what should your child bring to camp? A mask, closed-toed athletic shoes. They'll be playing games, running around. They'll be on the farm. This is just to keep them safe so they're not tripping over their sandals or anything. Sun protection. They will be outside most of the day. We'll have canopies up, but just important to protect them from the sun, a hat, some sunscreen, whatever that may be. If they have a reusable water bottle, that would be awesome. We have places they can refill that. And then on Tuesdays, they should bring a bathing suit and a towel for the beach if they want to get in the water at all. So lastly, I'll just give a brief overview of our IDA program. So we have a program that sets up individual development accounts through the Beneficial State Bank in Oakland. And this is for youth that help us plan, plant, harvest, and sell our produce for our CSA, our Community Supported Agriculture Program, and to restaurant customers. And so any youth that participate in our camps that help us out on the farm are eligible for participation in this program. And basically, we set up a savings account for them. And at the end of the year, we calculate what profit we made off of all of our CSA program and sale of our produce from our farms. And all of that money goes directly into the savings accounts for the kids who helped. So they can use it for anything educational. It could be for college applications in the future, piano lessons, if they want to learn another language, anything that is education related. So that's a really, really great opportunity for kids who are participating in our programs throughout the year. And camp is one of those. So that is the end of my presentation, but I'm sure there are some questions. I know that was a lot of information, so I'm just going to pause here. And if you have a question, just unmute yourself and ask. Robin, I see your hand up.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this today. You know, hi, Kelly. Hi, everybody else. I was just wondering the type of protocol that you have in place for the kiddos in terms of distancing, and are you going to have some sort of training for the kids when they get there, you know, for first day in terms of expectations for hygiene? Because this is the first time my kiddo is going to be back, you know, with a group of people, and he's going to be ecstatic to socialize. So
that's a great question. So they'll be in stable pods, and our counselors are going through some COVID-19 safety training so that they know the protocols, and they'll be in charge of kind of setting expectations with the campers on day one. So they'll be, you know, keep your mask on over your nose and mouth, even when we're playing, you know, playing a sport, running around outside, we still need that mask on. And the pods will be kept physically distanced as much as can be. The kids within the pods will also be kept distanced, but wow, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, that'll be our counselors on day one, kind of sitting with their group and going over expectations, not just for COVID-19 protocols, but they also typically go over just like the camp agreements, being respectful, no bullying, things like that, that we like to kind of set expectations the first day so that then all the kids know kind of what to expect and what the structure of the week will be.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
Hi, I had a question. Thank you for this. And this is actually, again, similar to, I think it was Robin, would be my son's first time actually in the last year, really kind of being out and socializing. And so he's an only child, so he's pretty good with, you know, kind of being by himself anyway. And following instructions, but just wanted to appreciate it that there will be some kind of orientation for them and to say this is what the structure is and the plan is. His thing is with wearing mask all day. Is it possible that he can wear the mask, but also he has a face shield? Can he wear the face shield? Is that possible if he feels like he just needs to breathe a little bit and breathe some fresh air, that he can wear the face shield instead of the mask? Is that okay?
Kelly, do you know what the protocol on that is?
I think that we have to have the mask on all day. because the face shield it doesn't block the sides, right? But yeah, if he needs to step away and catch his breath or whatever, away from the pod, we have plenty of space on the field for that to happen.
Okay, great. And then the other question I had is in terms of there's a couple days where is it that they have to come all day or none, or is it that he can come join in the afternoon? Is it an all day or no day schedule where he has to come a little bit later?
Sure. So I think for spring, that's totally fine. As we're getting back in the groove of being in person, that's fine. But in general, the kids have to be with us all day to be eligible for the savings account. And if there are days like on Tuesday and Thursday, if he comes in the afternoon, we won't be here. We'll be on the field trips.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Are we going to have some sort of contact phone number? I just thought about that in terms of if there's an emergency and we need to contact somebody. I'm sorry, I'm new to the program, so.
Yeah. No,
No
that's a
worries.
great.
Yep, go ahead, Sydney.
Oh no, you got it.
Absolutely. You all will have our contact information. I want to make sure that everybody has filled out the second form. When you all enrolled your campers, that was specifically just to hold their spot, but there's one more form. And once that form gets sent, our phone numbers are on the contact info.
Okay, great. Thank you. And do we know what beach? Am I still? I think I'm not muted. Do we know what beach they're going to be going to on Tuesday? The elementary kiddos.
Yes. I think I talked over you. Oh.
In Alameda.
Okay. All right.
One more question. This and again for me too, this is I've never heard of this program. This is someone sent this to me and said, "Oh, I think this would be really great." So this is I'm not even familiar with you or your program. But it sounds great. I guess my other question was I just lost my train of thought. It was similar. I guess sometimes when Robin asks a question, it makes me think of something else. Oh, and it might have already been discussed, but can you repeat, if you can, how many children end up being in your camp for spring break and how many children are in the pods?
Yeah, so our maximum amount of elementary campers is 44, and that's for spring and summer. And that'll be 4 pods of 11 campers each. For spring break, we typically have a lot lower registration numbers just because it's a less popular time to attend camp. Right now, I believe we have 14 elementary campers total, so that would be like 2 groups of 7. And then the middle schoolers will have their own separate individual pod. So the pods will likely be smaller than the 11 campers just for spring break.
And what's the kind of like the ethnic breakup? We live in deep East Oakland. So that's where we're kind of coming from.
Yeah, that's where you all are our community, so it's mostly community kids. The demographics look like East Oakland. I also wanted to clarify for Sydney, the summer, we're not sure how many pods because things keep changing. Like awesome. It was that it was contingent on how many bathrooms there are, all these different things. So as we get closer to the summer, we'll know how many pods. But as of right now, no pod is going to be more than 14 people.
And that's 11 campers with the 2 adult counselors and a junior counselor at the high school.
And I see Miss Vernita has a question.
Yes.
Oh, hi. Thanks, Sydney and Kelly. I have a quick question in regards to like in prior years, we would pull up and drop the children off, or you guys would come out. Have you guys, I don't know if you spoke about that, I kind of came in a little bit late, in terms of like the drop off and the sign in. And I know like in prior years, we also had like little scan things. So I don't know if you guys are going to be doing anything like that.
So you have your camper assigned to a barcode, and you'll get a card that first day. And we're doing our very, very best to figure out a drive-through drop-off. Cynthia is no longer at Tassafaranga, and so the relationship and protocols have changed. That said, we are super resilient and resourceful, and we will figure out how to do drop-off in a way that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. I don't know how to turn off my hand. Sorry. I don't have any more questions, so my hand is now down.
Okay. I was just gonna say that I'm sorry that we're not spot on, as we have been in years prior. As Sydney did a great job of explaining, as things keep changing, we're trying to change with it and be adaptive. So it might be that you will have to park and walk your child up to us, but I'm really thinking that we'll be able to make something happen for a drive-through.
So definitely just kind of circle around the field portion, or is there going to be some kind of cool signage to say, hey, drop them off here?
I promise you cool signage if it kills me. I see Ivory has a question.
Hi. So I believe I emailed Sydney earlier asking about the welcome emails with the addresses and stuff on there. Has those been sent out yet?
Not yet.
Not
By
yet.
the end of the day. By the end of the day,
Okay.
you'll have.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Yes.
I think
Any other questions? Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
and this is probably the last one that I can think of, but I think I spoke with Sydney a couple of weeks ago of, just about the process or where most of the time is going to be spent. And I understand that the kids are going to be outdoors most of the time, which is great. But is there some sort of cleaning process? Are you going to have the kids involved, when they're in the kitchen? I think if anything, that's probably the only or the most significant part that I'm worried about in terms of spacing and making sure that it's appropriate, especially if the kids are rotating into the same kitchen.
Miss Robin, your brain is where my brain is. So we have, I'm sorry, excuse me. Thank you. Sorry, I'm out on the phone. So we have hired cleaning technician. Oh goodness, now I'm out of range. Can you still hear me? Okay, great.
Yes.
We have hired a cleaning technician who has been trained on COVID cleaning. The kids won't be in the kitchen. We'll have them socially distanced in the multi-purpose room with hot plates. So they'll have all of their mixing gear and chopping gear and everything there in the multi-purpose room, socially distanced. We'll have one way in, or a route in and a route out. There is plenty of ventilation. We'll have the doors open, and the kitchen is very, very tiny. The kitchen is very tiny, and the only person that's going to really be in there is going to be the assistant chef. Does that help?
Sorry, I'm sitting here talking. Yes, thank you.
How do you pronounce your name, Miss E? S Oh, you're on mute.
It's Isalama. I just realized, I put my hand down because it was more of a personal thought. I just realized where I heard your name from. So I work with the San Francisco Foundation. And I felt like I kept hearing this name. And so I just wanted to say I appreciate your program because now I do know your program through the San Francisco Foundation. So thank you for being able to do this, and you're much appreciated.
Thank you. And hey, thank the San Francisco Foundation for making sure that we keep the lights on. I appreciate y'all. Any other questions? Ivory, do you have another question, or is it your hand still up?
No, I think my hand. Oh yeah, I do have a question. So for summer, can we sign them now or do we wait closer to the summer?
Oh,
You can-
yes. Please sign up now. Please. We're trying. Sydney took off the part about the online camp, but we're still going to offer it this summer. So nobody's registered for online camp for spring, so we're canceling it for spring. For the summer, we're hoping to have signups so that, you know, kids whose families aren't vaccinated yet can still participate in camp. But we need to know how many. We're sending all the materials to the kids, so we need to know how many online kids there are ASAP. So once the in-person slots get filled, then the next thing will be online, if that makes sense.
So do the kids have to be vaccinated to attend summer camp?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
You know, like the adults in the family may not have gotten the vaccination. And so having the kids come out and be exposed and then go back into the house could put whoever's at home at risk.
Okay, so we are allowed to sign up for summer camp now, or I'm sorry if I missed that. I think
Yeah, please do.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. That was it.
Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? I'm sorry, Sydney. I know that you were facilitating and you were doing a great job. My natural
No, please.
inclination.
It's like, this is perfect. I'll do the scripted part. You do the questions.
Other questions? Anyone? Well, great. This is our 9th year of Camp ANV. We want to welcome you. We're so excited to be back in person. You have no idea. The staff is basically doing cartwheels out on the field and just can't wait to meet your kids. So thank you all. Sydney, did you have anything else?
That's it. Thank you. And if you think of any questions later, you can always email us at campanv@anvfarm.org. It's up there on the screen. And we will get back to you as soon as we can.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. And please fill out that last form if you haven't done so already.
Okay, will do.
When we go down to 8/3 to make the payment, can we get to fill out the form then, or is it something that's only online?
We could print it out. It's about 7 pages, but if you do it online, it should have come in an email after you register your camper.
Okay, I'll look for that. All right, thank you both. Take care.
Thank you.
Great job.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Thank you. Bye.